Hello everyone and welcome to Forza Flashback episode 15, and this is a bit of a messy one. Again, this is an online R4 class race which we haven't seen for a while, and you'll pretty much see it on the first corner. It will set the tone for the rest of the race. Just keep an eye on the top right and you'll see someone, because of lag, fly off into the first corner. Now I don't know what happened there. I just managed to get up on the inside of him and I actually made a nice move. I didn't think I got any contact on him, but I don't know what happened. It was just some serious lag going on, and he just got smashed up completely. So he's way back, but he will come back into the race later on. So now you're focused on me on the main screen, and you're focused on the guy in third who's in the same car as I am on the little screen, and he is the one to watch if you want to see crashes and bangs and all sorts of damage, because he just goes mental. Now damage isn't on this race, it's just cosmetic. But still you want to try and avoid people as much as you can. So what I'm trying to do is just my normal thing, try to get into first place and then lead the race from there. Now I do manage to get around the outside here, but I end up going a bit too wide, as does the guy who I just overtook, and he's having some lag issues as well and then hits me naturally. But I managed to keep first place, and I take a defensive line into the last corner of the first lap. But I just get completely shunted by the guy that you're watching in the top right hand corner, and he manages to get first place because of it. And that's pretty much how it always happens in this game, in this race. So we come to lap 2 and I'm just trying to again get into first place. He goes a bit wide on that corner and I do a nice little block pass to get up on the inside of him. So I think, right, well, I'm done, that's great, I'll just try and pull away. But no, he manages to hit me again and gets first place once more. So at this point I'm pretty annoyed, to be honest. It's very hard to keep you cool in times like this when you're just being hit all the time and you know that you could get away if you weren't being hit. So I do a nice little dive up the inside there, another block pass. This time I'm a bit more forceful with it and he loses time on the exit of the corner, which allows me to get a little bit of a gap. Now this is all I need really to make the race for me, because now at this point all I have to do is just focus on my own race. I'm not worrying about what's happening behind me, because he's just that little bit too far to hit me or anything like that or make a move. As you can see just in the background there as well, the guy who went off on the first corner has caught up to us all, so he's back in the race now as well. And as always, the maniac wasn't quite finished with, because he just totally outbraked himself, probably on purpose there, to try and knock me off. But I saw it coming in my rearview mirror and just basically turned into the corner much earlier than I normally would have, so that he would miss me, because he wasn't anticipating me to do that basically. So I ended up avoiding any contact by taking it upon myself to move out the way essentially and anticipate what he was going to do. So as you've probably seen in the top right, the guy who was knocked off first has managed to get back up to third place, and he's hounding second place enough to make second place essentially make a mistake, run wide, and he gets passed by everyone and ends up coming fourth, which to be honest is where he deserves for his antics during this race. So yeah, I'm in first now. The guy who was knocked off initially, who you're following now on the top right hand screen, is in second, and as you can see there, he's having some major lag issues. He probably obviously he won't be on his own screen, but that's that's what it is for me, and I can see that this happening and I don't want him anywhere near me essentially, because you never know what's going to happen with a load of lag. He could be within a second of me, brake a bit later. Under normal circumstances wouldn't, nothing would happen, but because of lag, knock me off, and he is allowed to continue and win the race. So I basically want to keep him at arm's length and I don't want him anywhere near me. Now basically throughout this race what's been happening is that I've been held up by the two guys who are now in third and fourth, the white car and the maniac. Me and this guy that you're watching in the top right now, who's in second, are kind of on the same pace. That's evident because he's managed to catch up so quickly since he was knocked off. But I've been held up fighting the other two trying to get into first. But now because I've got clear space ahead of me, I can just drive away to the best of my abilities, and that means that he can't catch up to me anymore. You know, he's managed to make the best of what he can do, but he doesn't have the pace anymore to make that last step and catch up to first place. So it just shows kind of everyone in this race was quite close together in terms of pace, but myself and the second place guy are sort of further away and quicker than the two guys at the back, and the only reason I'm so close to the second place guy is because I've been held up by the other two. And I actually do manage to go 6/10ths faster than him on this last lap, which is basically what has allowed me to win the race and not get caught up with him anymore. And that's the end of the race. I managed to sort of hit another gear in the final lap after I'd managed to get past everyone after what was a very messy race. And you know, you do get these sometimes. Sometimes you just get hit all over the place and you've just got to deal with it. And I managed to do that in this race. So it wasn't the prettiest of wins, but I managed to get the job done in the middle section of the race by overtaking who I needed to, and then hit in another gear and go even faster on the last lap to keep a faster guy behind me. So I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and feel free to check out more videos from this series or any of my other racing series, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.